So let's switch gears. Like, what are you seeing? Is this whole economic shift that we're experiencing right now is going to last for a long period of time? Are you seeing any trends that's going on? Like you said, you've been in the industry for 8+ years. Like, what can we expect? Overall.
So I actually, on my platform, I usually drop gems that, gets thrown out. So last year I told people that economists, major news articles, and Wall Street all stated that layoffs were going to be happening all the way up into 2023. That was going to be the projection. I don't think people heard me because people were shocked when companies started laying off the first of the year. I'm like, I don't know why you're shocked, because it was projected. This is a perfect example of people not doing their research. Mm-hmm. They want to get into tech, but they never want to do the research in order to be able to survive in tech. And that's the problem, right? Mm-hmm. So I see too many times people tell me they want to break into tech. They want to break into tech. They don't want to break into tech. They can never quantify what they want to do. They have no idea what they would be good at doing. They don't know what their personality would be best suited for, nor did they do any research on any of the companies that they wanted to be at. All they're looking at is fame and being able to, I want to get there. But when I was at Microsoft in our trainings, we found out that it's harder to get into Google and Microsoft than it is to even get into Harvard.
Wow.
So when it comes down to these layoffs, there's a reason for that. The reason for that is because they overhired the business the year before, and even sometime the year before then. And now they have to compensate for it. I knew last year when they were in the year before last, when they were hiring like crazy for recruiters, I knew that was going to be a problem. I knew that was going to be an issue, because when you overextend your business by millions, the only thing companies equate to doing is, okay, we have to alleviate this money somehow. And what's the first thing to go? It's going to be people's salaries. Mm-hmm. That's how you eliminate. That's how you're going to be able to relieve financial pressure. Layoffs just don't happen for a reason. They're laying people off so they can get their money back.
Right.
There's a reason for that. Right. So, but the problem with how companies are laying people off is that now the people that are in HR and TA that are at the current companies that didn't get laid off is now about to be overworked, because they're still going to have the workload for that said company, even with people being gone. So at one point in time, recruiters were having maybe like 5 to 10 requisitions, that would be the rec load. Now we're looking at people having 20 plus. And for people who have never worked in recruitment, that's a lot, because they have different hiring managers. Each hiring manager has different things to be looked at. You have to because each requisition is technically a project of its own. You have to monitor the candidate pipeline. You have to move people. You have to be able to be communicative. I'm not a ghoster, so I never want to ghost any of my candidates. So think about having about a good 15 to 20 people times 20 requisitions.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
That's a lot to manage, to be able to provide that level of expectation, not to mention your talent acquisition team and your hiring managers. Mm-hmm. So, these layoffs are going to happen, and they're going to continue to happen. This week alone, I think I saw 5 companies do layoffs. And so what people need to do is they need to prepare themselves. My best advice for people that are on the market right now is to, number one, understand that majority of us are all in the same boat. Number two, it is not bad to gatekeep. At this time, it is not bad to gatekeep. If you are interviewing for a company, you need to just interview for that company and not say nothing. Stop posting everything on LinkedIn. Well, I want to be a content creator. Okay, but do you want to be jobless forever? Those same people that you are telling about your interview with this said company is going to go to that company, apply for the same role you applied for. The same person that has more experience than you. Mm. This is not a time to be telling your best friend about what interviews you're having and who you're interested in. This is the time for you to technically gatekeep that information. Now, for me, I do it strategically. I'm really close with a lot of people in my space. So if I see that there was I'm going to use myself for an example. I had a plug in the government. I'm not going to say what it is because they're still probably hiring. I have a government plug. I helped her with her interview process while I was at Microsoft. She then therefore turned around and helped me and told me that in this specific space of the government, they're hiring over 7,000 HR members. I texted in a group chat about a good 10 people. And she was like, listen, I just want you to send me your resume because I'm moving it straight up to the hiring managers. If you have anybody else, let me know. I texted a specific group of people in a group chat. I was like, listen, this is the situation. If you want this opportunity, it is not contracted. This is full time. Send me your resume and I'm going to send it to my friend. That's exactly what I did. But why did I do that? Because it was over 7,000 people. I can afford to tell 10 folk. But I specifically told them, I shouldn't have to tell anybody this. Don't be posting this on LinkedIn. Neither one of them did. So boom, we did that and we kept it that. We haven't heard anything back, but we're hoping that we do. Because with 7,000 people, 10 of us can get a job. That's how I look at it. However, what I'm not about to do is tell the same people, even though I do care about them and I want them to be successful, that are in the same space as me. Some of them people have degrees. Some of them have HR certifications. Some of them are working. And some people are still greedy. You know, some people are like, I can take on another contract. And so they'll work 2 contracts. And that's taking off someone else's plate for an opportunity. So when it comes down to any role that I apply for, I'm going to make sure that at least I have the opportunity to apply for it first. And if I get a decline letter, then I'm telling them, hey, this company is hiring. And I don't even tell everybody. I just tell maybe a couple folk. So you're going to have to gatekeep. You're going to have to be strategic. You're going to have to, not tell everybody your business.